Yo, what's up? This is your boy D Hop. I'm here to do a anime reaction on Majiko Oh Samurai Girls. Alright, Majiko Majiko Samurai Girls. Now, how exactly I came across this anime? I came across this anime just going to YouTube and I saw it, and I saw the first fight scene. Right, and when I saw this, it looked really cool, and it reminded me of Bento. Right, that's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of Bento. So I was like, oh snap, look at this cool anime. And then, you know, the thing that made Bento cool, like most, animes like that, would be having high school high school girls with battle using battle techniques, right? Stuff like that is cool to me. Women in general, but yeah, women in general that can fight. So I watched this anime. I saw the first episode, and I was like, all right, this show is probably gonna be dope. It's gonna probably be better than Bento, because when I first saw Bento, when I first saw Bento, the first 5 episodes was good, and the quality of the show declined. I mean, the action was still good. I still liked the show personally, but it turned out to be bad near the ending for Bento. This show, I had higher hopes. I had higher hopes for this show. However, all those hopes disappeared after the first episode. It was basically a harem anime, and they didn't really focus on the fights that much. And when they did focus on the fights, once again, it wasn't as good as the first fight. And I'm like, what? I was like, huh? Like the first fighting scenes, the way they animate the characters fighting, they put ego into it, right? But I think they balance out the ego with with the name, the battle techniques. Like I think like stuff like chicken roast punch. Like I think they did a decent job balancing things out. Like the ego, the characters did have ego in the beginning. However, simultaneously they was able to add a little flavor to it, like into their battles. Because usually battles, right, anime straightforward. But you can tell that people who animate those the first fight scenes in the first episode of the show was thinking about dancing and music and applying it to fights. Another show that does is RWBY in the first 2 seasons. When the original animator and writer was still working on it, right? RWBY, he the original animator practiced, I think dubstep, and he will apply that with his battle scenes. And you can see they try to do something like that in the first episode of Majiko Oh Samurai Girls. Yeah, yeah, that was it. That was it. Only the first episode, and then we had I would watch the whole series, and we had to wait for another five. It took another five episodes just to even get to the next fight scenes, which weren't even as good. It was like they just dragged the show just to finish it. The show ended up becoming just a fan service, so it was ended up being very disappointing. I thought it was gonna be I thought this was gonna be like the next Bento for me, but no, it didn't. No, it wasn't as Bento. So the animation continued to be good. The story wasn't good at all, right? It wasn't the order. It wasn't a proper order. It wasn't a proper order. They spent too much time on the harem comedy stuff. It wasn't even that engaging. And also another thing, point out the main character, right? The romance between the main characters. I can't remember. I'm not. I I don't remember the name of the first characters, the main characters. But but they have black hair. I don't think their romance. Anybody who watched the show will know what I'm talking about. But their romance, those two characters didn't really fit for me. The the male character, right? The male character. He his face, like it looked very young and babyish, right? And we had all the even the female characters that didn't have the warrior look more mature and fit for the age group. Like the male character and his personality, I don't think it really matched his love interest. I don't think his personality. Something in my hair. I don't think his personality even matched um the type of environment that they put the character in. Since it's a martial arts show, his his ability was strategy. Yet that was not, you know. I mean, I'm not saying it was bad, but it just his look and his personality. I don't think it. It didn't equal up to the standards to make a full fledged character. Now, here and there, you can see that the story writers, right? Story writers try to continuously try to battle. I mean, not battle, balance out their fault flaws, right? And one of these is an example of one of these were the main character when we get to learn about his father, right? He met this dude, and the dude started talking about Japan, the country, and the politicians. And he talked about how Japan had corrupt politicians, and the main character mentioned his father, how he left because of the corrupt politicians, and he said his country is not a country. There's no hope for this country anymore, blah blah. Blah. And then what was the situation? Oh, I'm trying to remember because I saw this one anime like 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I saw this anime. So the dude, right? So the man who walked up to the main character, we never saw. We did see his face at the end, but he had tapes around his face, so he had a mask on. But after he was told by the main character about his dad leaving the country, he got mad at the boy, and the boy got mad for him disrespecting his father. Yet he know that his father was a coward for leaving. Now this was a reason for that. You're in the series. I don't think it's worth mentioning. I don't want to spoil anybody, but to me the show wasn't good enough to even explore the story. And I don't want to spoil anything. So, despite that, with that said, yeah, that little addition of a character background of the boy's father, politicians, and that one scene in general, I thought was actually decent, right? But if they would have implied more of that instead of the harem crap, this show had potential. That's why this show, when I watched the show, it really disappointed me. It really it no, let me call it now. When I had watched this show, it really disappointed me because it had potential. The fact that the fact the first episode was good, right, and it was a good start. It just fell. Like like I'm older now, right? As you get older, you start not. detach yourself from this, from your like TV shows. But on the flip side, you expect for good stories and tend to put a lot of energy and time in certain things. So when you run into a show that you think is good, and it is completely drop your expectations, it really is a disappointment that you run into shows like that. That's why, like, so I know that some people I see. I remember when when you watch, when you listen to other people's, perspectives on the animes you watch, or you watch other anime reactors and reviewers on YouTube, they say that after the first episode, they dropped it. They drop it if it's not if not if it doesn't meet the standards. And now I'm still understanding why after watching anime after a long time. Yeah, I mean I always watch TV, but particularly anime. Yeah, bruh, that's not a good thing. When you raise the expectations in the beginning, you drop it. Another example of this would be Avatar: The Legend of Korra. First season was great, but then by the end of the season, it turned to be terrible, and then it got worse. Come on now, you make these people wait all the way to the end of the season to drop stuff, and then gets worse each season. And then when you do pick back up, you pick back up at the end. Why? Like a lot of that's corporation, but although still though, what's the reason? If you get to write a good story and have people engage with the story anyway, then you have more viewers. Like it's just like when I run into these shows, I always have to talk about it because it be shows with so much potential. It be shows with very very great potential. Like potential mean that they could be like these shows could have been one of my favorites, but no, what it doesn't have to be that way. But that's the way it is. So I want to actually touch on a few points about Majiko Oh, Samurai Girl. The characters, right? I like the first other main character, the girl, the black hair. She has a very coarse warrior voice. Like, and she's probably the only unique character in the show. To be honest, it, I think she was a really cool character, but they didn't do that much background development on her. No character development. The only thing the only one thing that attracted me to her was her strength and her being a woman, a female warrior, and her voice actor, particularly in dub. Like that was, I think she had really good voice acting. She had really good voice acting, but this her story, the story, her role in the TV series, how she turned out was bad. So I mean, this is a romance story, but it had a lot of factors. It had action, it had romance, it had drama, but it turned out to be trash. It had so much potential. And I got really disappointed because when I first saw the first episode, the action was good. Like the fighting scenes, the animation of the characters. They added so much personality to these characters in the first episode. And I was like, oh snap, this is something different. I don't think I ever saw this before. If they would keep this up, this show. Why? How, yeah, I mean that's another thing. Now, that's another thing now that I realize. When I saw the first episode, I was like, when I saw the first episode, I was thinking, how in the world, how in the world have I never heard of this? And as I continue watching, I got my answer. So the side characters, the female characters, they were all just, I don't want to say the word start with H, but I'm gonna use the other H word, harem girls. That was it. So they were, I didn't really get anything from them. They were unimportant. So the show was basically trash. In the end, all this was a trash anime. It was completely trash. No, it was completely trash. I don't even respect the first episode anymore. It's a trash show. So if you watch this video and you never heard of this particular TV show, do not watch it. I'm telling you, do not watch the TV show. Don't. It's bad. And if you have watched it, I feel your pain. So this is your boy D Hop. Until then, the next video. Peace, love, out. Have a nice day.